welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, my husband, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2026, we are celebrating the 41st anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. We are proud to announce that Hotspots Happening Out is a beneficiary of the Florida AIDS Walk. Funds raised will be matched dollar for dollar in support of Hotspots Happening Out HIV policy, reform, and educational programs, including the MSM Conference. We invite you to join Team Sunshine Cathedral in this initiative. Join us on March 21st to walk in support of the HIV community and along with the Sunshine Cathedral team.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Queer ally Bad Bunny uses fashion to protect, perform, and protest. An article in Sporting News explores the multifaceted reasons behind Bad Bunny's signature use of face masks and unique fashion choices. Early in his career, the Puerto Rican superstar born Benito Antonio Martínez Ocasio envisioned himself as an anonymous artist who would perform behind a bunny mask to separate his private life from his public persona and avoid the burdens of fame, which skyrocketed more when he was chosen to perform the halftime show at the Super Bowl just a few weeks ago. Beyond anonymity, Bad Bunny has cited practical and cultural reasons for the look. He began wearing masks during his 2019 tours to protect his health and voice from the rigors of travel, a habit influenced by Japanese and Asian fashion trends where masks were common pre-pandemic. Stylistically, the mask became a branding tool, allowing him to maintain a sense of mystery. Additionally, his attire often serves a social purpose. He frequently uses fashion, such as wearing skirts or specific symbols, to challenge gender norms and advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and social justice in Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny is a fierce ally of the LGBTQ+ community. Indeed, he's part of the plus. And I love me some Bad Bunny, I really do. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm old and I'm not cool. So I never really heard of Bad Bunny a whole lot before the Super Bowl, but there was so much hype about it. I really wanted to watch his halftime show, and I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. He has gained a fan in me. It was so joyful and so high energy, and it shared images, things that I had never really thought about Puerto Rico, and it was just a powerful, powerful show.
Yeah, which is why so many people reacted so negatively to it. The people who are trying to erase others and trying to silence people's histories and silence people's stories were very angry because this performance told the story.
Yes.
And so, oh my gosh, from the far right, that side, that entertainment network that pretends to offer news and all those people, they were just raging about sports balls intermission or whatever that was. I mean, it was a show. It was a 13-minute show, and because of this one show, we'll never have world peace. We'll never find a cure for cancer. Like it's all, the sky is falling because someone spoke the language of his family, of his territory, a U.S. territory, by the way. A language that 59 million Americans do speak.
That's the number.
That people all over the world speak. That was the first European language spoken here.
Hello.
Yes.
So it's all performative rage. It's all ridiculous. He told a story about, and it shows you that there's always a way to communicate, that there's always a way to get it out there. He told the story of the tragic and really intentional mishandling of the hurricane power shortage in Puerto Rico just by climbing up a power pole.
Yep.
So yeah, the history, the music, the culture, the language, the struggles, all and some amazing guests. And so it was including
Lady Gaga,
The other Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin, yeah.
I almost said Menudo because I'm 100.
Dating himself, yeah.
But no, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was a circus. It was a parade. It was theater. It was
wonderful.
opera. And P.S. If you've been to an Italian or a German or a French opera and didn't complain that it was all in French or German or Italian, bite me. You know what I mean? Like it's intentional. It's not even hiding anymore. Not even bothering with the dog whistles anymore. Just saying, if you speak Spanish, you have insulted our country. Maybe Southwest Texas, and maybe Arizona, and maybe New Mexico, and maybe Puerto Rico disagree. Maybe the Bronx and Harlem disagree.
Yeah.
East Harlem. It's just so. The cruelty, the nerve. Who was that woman? She cried. She had a tear because America had been done so wrong. Megan.
Oh gosh, no, we don't speak that name.
Tissue to the eye. She was so distraught because America's been so attacked. America's more than white people.
Yeah.
In fact, the white majority, compared to combined minorities, is razor thin. It's going to last about 45 more minutes. It's not white. It's not Christian. America's a lot of things, and all the people who make up part of it are part of it, and they get to celebrate their part of it, and they get to tell their story. I grew up on Schoolhouse Rock and all this stuff where y'all drummed this into our heads, and you let one fool try to roll all of that back. But the money that you worship so much says on it, e pluribus unum. Out of many, one. So, and the pledge, you want the flag everywhere. The pledge to that flag ends with for liberty and justice for all. So, miss me with all that silliness. It was a great show by a great artist with a great message, all the more needed because of your book bans and your silencing and erasing entire communities. So, well done him.
Yes.
And racist, your days are numbered.
Yeah.
You've had an 8-year field day with this clown, but it's coming to an end. Because that level of toxicity cannot be sustained.
I'm all choked up about it.
Need a tissue, Megan?
I'm all choked up about it. I'm just getting coffee fits over here about it. But it really just does show another level of an onion that's been peeled back that America needed to see.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it was Bad Bunny, who, like many, I've never heard of a Bad Bunny before until this all popped up. And it's just amazing that as you watch and rewatch, that there's something different every time I see it. It's going to be the story that's going to keep telling the story, that's going to keep telling the story. And it's going to be someone's story that they're going to keep resonating with, that's going to speak to a little boy somewhere, said, he's told my story for me.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the paper towel when they got thrown out in my country by somebody who came through throwing out paper towels, but he told the story of what that was like to be here during that experience. And so kudos to Bad Bunny, kudos to the whole team, Ricky Martin, Lady Gaga, and all the other guest appearances that popped up in there. But I think it's going to be one of those stories that you're going to continue to hear about, unlike the opposing halftime show that took place somewhere else.
Did it go on?
Oh, it happened.
It happened. It was actually recorded, though, is what I heard.
Apparently, 25 million people watched it, opposed to the 130 million who watched the.
Exactly. And their guest star apparently has sung some previous lyrics in a particular song about wanting some underage individual. Didn't make it into that one, but this is a song he had sang before. And it's like, really this?
But the song he did sing or lip sync to, and badly, know your own song.
Well, then there's that.
But dancing, like I thought he was having epilepsy at first. Like he called it dancing, he called it rapping, he called it singing. He wasn't on his own words. You could, like, it was so obvious. Like Milli Vanilli would have been embarrassed by this. Oh my God. Like it was so obvious. And but the song that he chose to do was a nonsense. Like it wasn't English. It wasn't words. I even forget what it was, like oodle doodle poodle snoodle or whatever. It was just like these gibberish. And that's the song that he chose, was gibberish as the counter to we only speak English. So he spoke nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. He spoke made up words, and that was preferable to these
amazing
troglodytes, to real art. Real art.
I listened to some of the commentary from the right, that television show that calls itself News, and I was just aghast that they kept screaming, "Not a word of English." And at the end, what did Bad Bunny say? God bless America. And then the flags for every single country in North and South and Central America were paraded in. God bless America.
Do you know that
Amen.
I was middle age? And I mean way up in middle age. I don't mean like, you know, my 40th birthday. I mean, I was way up in middle age before I realized that not all of the world talks about North and South America. That a lot of the world, because there's no water separating. So like, you're not two continents because you're not divided. You are one landmass. There's one America. I was old. I'm talking about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Old before I even realized that. See, even our maps are racist.
Yeah.
Even
Oh,
yeah.
our language,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yes.
And if you're not careful, you won't question something, and you'll just be walking around wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, that he. Our producer actually reminded me also about there is a biblical tie-in. That this was an artistic protest. This was an artistic in-your-face to empire, just like Palm Sunday.
Yeah, it was.
The Palm Sunday narrative, where Jesus, in an unauthorized parade, is acting the part of a conquering hero, which is sort of making fun of and duplicating the empire, and so he's sort of acting out what it would be like to oppose the empire, to be a different sort of king or whatever. Of course, it was the beginning of the end for him. That sort of thing got him in a lot of trouble. But
I like that analogy.
this thing that he did was a very New Testament Holy Week sort of thing. Tell the story your way, do it in an artistic way, because that's how you can get away with it. And it's so seditious, it will shake the empire. And here we go.
it did.
And look what happened.
Yes, Lord.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad. And before we go, we want you to remember the Cathedral Pub. The Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts offers the Cathedral Pub experience. The Cathedral Pub offers performance attendees an inviting space to gather and connect with friends prior to the show, or a place to be while waiting for the doors to open. Guests enjoy live music, beverages, and appetizers in a comfortable meet and greet environment while they await the start of their performance. On show nights, the Cathedral Pub opens an hour before each performance and closes 15 minutes before it starts. Entry to the Cathedral Pub requires a separate purchase from your ticket seat. Got to cover your ticket seat, but then for the pub, you also have to have a pub ticket. And the link for those pub tickets can be found on the seat selection page. Be sure to purchase before checking out. There's a limited number of people who can get pub passes, so don't delay.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Please like and share this and other episodes of the Queer God Squad.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.